Otherwise, we're hearing double.
What about now? Is it
It's
good?
perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so the first thing is, my name is Silvia. I'm part of the marketing team. I'm a marketing coordinator for StarAtlas. I deal mainly with influencers and campaigns for you, amazing community to listen to and to get to know this metaverse of StarAtlas. So I just came in to say hi to everyone and for the community, for all the support that they have shown us in the past months. It has been crazy for the team, I can tell you that. And we are all very excited, from the developers to the marketing team to everyone in management. We've been working hard, just not as well to bring StarAtlas in reality, but as well for you guys to be excited about it and just join the metaverse. So Michael will come in soon, so don't worry, Michael will come.
Beautiful. Are you guys going
But
to have a panel?
just wanted to get a time here to introduce myself. I know people don't know me. They know Santi, they know Pablo, they know Mate, and just that.
Are you guys going to have a panel in Lisbon? Are we going to be able to meet you to meet the whole StarAtlas team?
Yeah.
Tell us more about that. I assume this is something that you guys are coordinating. Give us a little bit of stuff.
We have some surprises soon. I cannot reveal yet all the information, but yes, we will have Wagner in Lisbon.
Nice. Any other cool things planned for Lisbon? Any cool parties? StarAtlas theme? Should we bring our astronaut suits?
Yeah, you should bring the astronaut suits, and I will give you more details when the time comes. This has to be a surprise, man. We cannot.
Alright, okay, I will not push you anymore for that, but I demand lots of merch.
I'm sure. So in terms of that, we have many surprises when it comes to in-game NFT assets. So apart from the ships, apart from the skins that you've seen, tomorrow we have our second wave of the Galactic asset offering. We also have some fashion type of things that might come. Not confirming anything yet, but StarAtlas is very it has many things to offer, not just as a game. And what we want to do is for people to be interested, and they can feel they belong to it in many different ways, just not only by the game, but also by the characters, but the way that they can build their own reality inside our StarAtlas metaverse. So for sure, a part of what you've seen, there's many things to come in terms of merchandise as well, fashion and other things. So yes.
You should also try to give us some physical versions of the posters we've bought. Would be super amazing. Like you see, I have on the back. If you watch my stream, I have 2 NASA posters. I'd love to replace them with StarAtlas posters.
Yeah, I know. Well, let's see what happens. But let's see how we can hook you up to have them there.
Fantastic! That would be awesome, right? That would be like I would theme. I would try to take care of the theme do a grape StarAtlas kind of because this is part of the grape community. We are the next IDO right after StarAtlas, so we are also taking a little bit of the hype.
Yes, and we thank you as well for all the support as well, and we wish you as well a lot of success. So
this is a community project, so you guys are a very important part of this community, and that's why we're super thrilled to always have Michael on the show and be in close relations with all the big guilds that are forming.
Yes. Also, Chris, we've been talking for the past, what, is it 2 months now, 3 months now?
Yeah, definitely, at least 3 months.
Yeah, so it seems I'm in your screen right now. It's been a pleasure to know you, and as well, people. I I want to apologize for the time that it's taken you to get Swagner in the screen. You must know that he's been really busy. But the most important thing that he's always ready for the community. And
Yeah,
to answer
definitely. I can
questions.
understand. I can definitely understand how crazy it has been. Like, it's been only 2 weeks since we spoke, and so many things have gone down. Like IDOs, Galactic offerings, so many new information about the game, which obviously just new questions are born, and the new strategies, all the old strategies are adjusted. So lots of things to talk about.
Yes, correct. And we have, as I mentioned before, we have our second wave for the Galactic asset offering starting tomorrow. So for those of you that missed the chance last time, like yesterday, we started actually yesterday our Galactic asset offering with 5 ships. We started at 8 a.m. PST, and every hour we were launching a ship that it was amazing actually for the community. So
So we're gonna have a
yeah,
second wave, and then a third wave, and then a fourth wave. These all for
yeah,
sure
we,
were
we
all these
have many
questions.
surprises, many launches until the end of the year. So this is just a beginning. And as I mentioned before, well, I did not mention before, but we have different prices. So the idea is that everyone in the community can be able to purchase and be part of StarAtlas. I know this project is for the community, and it's, as Micheal Wagner's always says, power to the people.
Beautiful, beautiful. We are looking forward to every little detail that the StarAtlas team is dropping.
Did you have a time to look at the ships? I think we can put it on the screen so people can see them.
Yeah, for sure, I can do that. But also, once we get Micheal on the line, and he opens his camera, because my camera is occupied by the stream, he might not see me, but we'll be there. Like in the eyes of everybody else, we'll be just like a normal Discord
Yeah,
video call. So just
sure.
inform him so he doesn't think that I'm hiding or anything.
Well, I'm seeing you in the screen right now, actually.
Yeah, but at least once Discord starts, and most probably you'll have to mute the stream, you'll see that I don't have two cameras to actually be both on Discord and on the stream. That's just giving you the heads up, so you don't guys think that there is any technical difficulty.
Yeah, don't worry, and thank you for that. So yesterday we have, I don't know if you look as well, on Friday we launched as well a trailer of one of our ships, the Pierce 5. Actually, very sexy video of the Pierce 5.
Let me get it on screen.
Yeah, that was really sexy.
Let's watch the should be this one, right?
Let's see. Yeah. It is, this is like a dream, to be honest with you. Being able to see the hard work of the developers and the team just in those small like minutes and seconds. What do you think of that? What do you think of that ship?
I think it's amazing, and I have to say, I'm a sucker for the music you guys have been adding on everything, like from the posters to the trailers. To look at this, like this is an awesome bit on the back, and look at the design. It's just, yeah.
This is
I'm pretty
actually
speechless.
the music is actually done by Bass Jackers. So for this video, so it's just amazing.
Yeah, I could guess that because it resembles the Galactic Peace Offering NFT, which had a very similar beat. Really cool. It would definitely be on the same mix.
In this interview, I spoke with the StarAtlas CEO, Micheal Wagner.
Yes, yes, yes. And just imagine how many other things are coming. So also, oh, there you have Josh. So I see you have the PDF. So that's one of the medium large ships that you've seen. So from yesterday, and there are many that are coming.
Which ships were dropped on the first wave, and what should we expect for the second one?
Give me 1 second so I can give you the link, so you can look and you can show people what we launched yesterday. The 5 ones that were actually sold yesterday. Also, I don't know if you knew, but actually we were mentioned by Fox Business yesterday, by the Wolf of Wall Street. So we even made it national.
Wow, pretty big. Nice. I'm pretty sure this is gonna drive. Yeah, go on.
So Michael already added you on Discord. Can you accept him, please?
Yeah, it just did.
So bring him over.
All right, I'm gonna call him. Should we exit this call and I call him, or should I just add him here?
Let's just add him here.
All right. Give me a second to find him because...
Did you find him?
I'm trying to find his ID, although I have him on my friends list. Could you add him maybe if you have him there handy?
Yes. I just sent you a message.
So I don't think we can support a three-way video call. So should I call him directly?
So call him and I'll just get out. It was an honor to meet everyone from the community. This is the first time I go live, so thank you, and I hope you enjoy our talk with Wagner.
Thank you so much, Silvia. You've been amazing. Thank you. All right, guys. The wait is over. Let's call Michael. Let's see, guys. We should get Mr. Wagner on the other side of the line. Silvia has been amazing. She's been the girl that has brought the Grape community and the StarAtlas community very close. Shout out to Santi, of course, obviously, another superstar. And I'm pretty sure there are other people behind the lines, maybe that I don't know them, that are doing so much. Maybe he doesn't know who I am, you know? Sorry guys, these are small technical difficulties. It's gonna work out, guys. Be patient, you know? It requires a lot of work to get that alpha. What's going on? Technical difficulties on every side. Birds, dude, you shouldn't be asking me. Not sure what's going on, guys. Can you hear us, Michael?
Hey, I can hear you.
Hey, finally!
Yeah,
Beautiful,
man, I don't know,
beautiful.
some technical difficulties this morning. Sorry running behind, but good morning. How are you?
Everything is absolutely amazing. It's evening where we are, closing to night, but good morning to you, sir.
Well, good evening to you.
By any chance, we're gonna facilitate video, because I don't have a video from your side.
Yeah, let me see if see if I can get. It's just like loading screen right now, so I'm not sure.
Hey, here you go.
We good?
It's been only 2 weeks since we spoke. Thank you so much for being here. You can't see my video. I'm broadcasting on all the other platforms with my video, but all the viewers can see us in like in 2 windows, let's say.
Okay. Well, hello world.
It's been only 2 weeks since we spoke, and so many things have happened for StarAtlas. When we spoke, the big news was the new website. Amazing. Every game, everyone is jealous of that website, and of course the trailer, which again pretty amazing. We're looking for Easter eggs for weeks. But since then, you've had an IDO. You had the first wave of Galactic offerings, and lots of little details have dropped, which I'm pretty sure have changed the plans of guilds, of groups of friends, and strategies are being developed on how people are going to start the game.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think we're, just starting to get into kind of the best part of StarAtlas. The mini game's coming up, obviously, and our debut of the mini game and user registration process is really that Galactic asset offering that we kicked off yesterday. And we have a lot more features that are going to be coming to the website in short order that include faction registration. We think that's going to be pretty fun. And did you happen to see the leaderboards. Just wanted to point those out as one of the features that did roll out yesterday.
Yeah, I did take a look. Yeah, it was pretty impressive. Can you explain a little bit to the people what's going on there, because it is pretty impressive what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, it accomplishes two things. Right now, we have the individual player leaderboards, and these are all driven entirely by kind of the underlying economic substance of whichever group we are observing. Now, in this case, it's players, and it's based on total value of assets across the StarAtlas ecosystem that exists within a user's wallet. So presently, the values that you're looking at in people's wallets includes posters and chips, and as well as some of the other components and NFTs that we've issued. But we're also working on integrating Atlas and Polis as a factor in there, and so you'll see kind of the total value of your own individual or a player's individual account based on all of those items. So again, anything that's being released by StarAtlas, including our tokens, will add to the economic substance of your account, which will determine where you fall on the leaderboard. This is kind of cool for individual players, but I think it's going to get really exciting and really competitive as we start observing what's taking place across the various factions, as well as what guilds are building up as a component of their treasuries. So, the whole idea is we want to see how value gets distributed out across the StarAtlas ecosystem. And again, from the faction standpoint, you can kind of see which one's growing more. Faction selection is coming out in about a week, by the way, maybe a little bit more, but it should be out in about a week. But we want to see how economic value gets distributed across the three factions, and then we'll have a definitive numerical value on which clan is the most powerful, just based on pure economic substance, right? So we'll look to enhance that with other kind of metrics in the future. But for now, it's just who owns what.
Yeah, the asset value in the leaderboards is already impressive. I can't imagine what's going to happen once all these things are added. And of course, this is going to create a different dynamic. Is this between the factions, the three factions, the Mad, the Oni, and the Ustur? Would you be like? Do you expect faction differences to have like shape the economic, let's say, landscape of the game, that just because some faction is more into controlling and going around, like the Ustur is it looks like they're going to be richer, let's say, by exploiting all these asteroids and all doing all these things. Do you expect these things to show up from such early version of the game?
I don't expect. Well, it's not. The faction selection is not going to determine the, at least immediately, is not going to determine the economic potential or financial potential of a of a player. And I do want to point out that once again, characters or avatars can be created in any of the classes of people or races of people that exist within the StarAtlas universe. So like you can choose any character you want to play from the visual standpoint, where the factions do have some there's advantages and disadvantages that we're working into the mechanics, so that you can kind of decide what is a priority to you based on your gameplay. So that would be like one factor for consideration for an individual or for guilds. But what I think is going to be really interesting about it is we're kind of expecting this fairly even distribution across the factions. Where economic potential does get impacted is if there's almost an oversaturation of users in one particular faction, because right now we're really looking at splitting out the economic resources, the emission of assets over time into each of the three factions proportionally or equally, and so what that dynamic that drives is that it might be one thing to join a faction that seems to be very powerful, but if you continue to aggregate to that same faction, then the rewards relative to every individual user actually go down. So the per player rewards go down, but the faction overall might start earning slightly higher. So there's going to be some kind of rebalancing that takes place. You might, if
It
that
makes sense. You're gonna offer incentives to people to go to the other factions in order to balance it out, for example.
Exactly, and it's not even necessarily offering an incentive, but just think of it, if you have a cake and you cut it into 3 slices and everybody wants to eat off of the 1 slice, then there's just a little bit less for everybody.
Yeah, makes sense.
What that means is if you choose a faction that is underwhelming in the near term, or less powerful, then should you succeed there, it's actually a bigger opportunity to make more money because there's more rewards to go around for fewer people.
Could you maybe tell us a little bit about the differences between the factions?
Right at the moment, there's not too much else to release to you. Just at the moment, we do want to wait for the debut of faction selection, where you'll see, you'll understand the characteristics and those advantages and disadvantages
But there is going to be differences. It's not going to be all the same. It's not going to be just cosmetic differences, for example, and lore differences. You're going to have advantages, let's say in mining or in war or in something else. You have more stamina or I don't know, more intellect, stuff like that.
Absolutely,
That's
yeah,
pretty
exactly.
awesome. That's pretty
Exactly.
awesome.
Those
That's pretty
things like
awesome.
speed or stealth or strength. Yeah, stuff like that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. We're really looking forward on that part of the game. Definitely.
Yeah. And so I mean that's just a feature that's coming up. Name selection is coming up. User profiles are rolling out soon, and from there, it's getting some of these initial ship missions out to you guys. So all of these awesome ships that you just bought, you can actually deploy out to ship missions and start to collect rewards upon completion. And one of the things that we really want to stress right now is that players are going to be able to command entire fleets. So if you were on the Galactic asset offering yesterday and you ended up with 5 ships or 3 ships or even 2 ships, you can actually combine those and send those out on a single mission. And another really cool mechanic is that we're creating multiplayer queues so that you can actually pair your assets with other players and take on bigger and bigger missions. So that's all coming in the near term. That's our immediate focus as of, well, it's been our focus, but our immediate focus as of the closing of yesterday, which was just a wild day for us.
It's awesome. It's pretty awesome, I have to say. Looking forward on trying out all these missions. Is there any requirement for a player to fly their ship? Is there any badge, any training, anything that's planned?
Let's see how that evolves. Right now, the strategy is what we consider pseudo-blind ship missions, which is essentially you're giving direction to the ship, but you're not actually piloting it or flying it through the browser. But it should, still should be fun. It still should be very visually attractive. But curious to see how we expand on that. And I'd really, defer to Danny and team on, exactly how we roll it out and how it gets engineered. So
makes sense. But do you have like a sense of will every ship have a fuel tank that will be variable, and people will need to go to refueling stations, let's say, and have a path in the galaxy in order not to be stranded somewhere? Is this something that is close to StarAtlas reality?
That's absolute StarAtlas reality. So you will need to carefully manage your fuel for the ship missions. The fuel is the cost component. So we've talked about this before, where every activity in StarAtlas has effectively a cost and a reward, cost and a benefit. And so with ship missions, the cost is you need to ensure that your ship is fully fueled. Now, all of the ships will come with a full tank, right? When you bought them off the lot, you got them with a full tank. So you don't have to spend on that right away. But after you complete a mission, depending on what the reward was or if you completed it or not, you'll have to refuel your ship to take another mission, and that's going to cost Atlas. You'll have to spend Atlas to get the fuel to refuel your ship. So this is where the the tokens start to have immediate utility within the game. And Polis, we're actually also working on our StarAtlas DAO governance website as well, but that's going to be a bit farther out. But yeah, so there's a cost center, and then the rewards from the missions would include things like just getting Atlas back as a reward for, rescuing somebody, or perhaps getting an NFT or a new member crew card, or, some unique asset. It might be that you get a new skin that is somewhat exclusive. So that's all coming, man. That's all coming up real soon.
That's so interesting. Like I can't wait. I really can't wait because it's something that viewers should. I'm pretty sure most of the people have understood that this is a game that is going to be delivered in batches, in small batches, slowly, functionality to functionality. It's going to be becoming better and better with like every 2 weeks. Like every 2 weeks we speak, there is huge development. So I see people are asking on the various platforms when alpha. Like guys, it has already started. You are already participating. So yeah, enjoy it. It's going to be a long ride, and it's going to be getting better and better and better.
I love that you say that, by the way. I mean, yeah, everything that we've been doing to date is, everybody wants to know when the game's out. The game's already out. We're all already playing, right? I mean, it started with the earliest days, but the Rebirth campaign was kind of a component of this because players are already seeing the pretty substantial benefits if they participated in Rebirth with us. The posters were really cool. The experiences were cool. The drops were cool. They got access to the IDOs, right? So these are the things that we're doing is we're weaving all of this, and all of the physical manifestations of the development of StarAtlas are weaving seamlessly into the digital realm, into the digital world. And like, so, everybody has this paradigm or perception of what a video game is, and it's, the potential to escape into a game environment and participate in some activity. Well, just expand your thinking around that, because all of the activities that we're delivering right now feed your bigger strategy, right? So how do you kind of tie the real world experience, the real world interaction with us and with our products into what the game experience will ultimately become? And the decisions that you're making today or that you made back in April have direct implication into how you're actually executing your strategy now.
I totally agree. Strategies are being formed, guys. It's amazing to see how every little news you'll see, like the Interstellar Alliance is changing plans. I have another bunch of friends, the Mercurials. They have this amazing poster that they've been sharing. They're fans of the Mercurial platform, DeFi platform, and they're super fans of StarAtlas. You see that they are forming strategies for the past 3 months, which means the game has started, and those are ahead of the curve at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Is there a different kind of strategy that maybe the StarAtlas has already thought about, that various groups of players can follow? Let's say I am a super casual player that I just want to play after work, while I have a bunch of friends that want to play together and just have their little guilds, amateur stuff, and then you have someone building a mega empire and trying to go to control the universe. I'm 100% sure, because we've spoken about it in the past, that StarAtlas will cater for all 3 types of gamers. But is there any initial strategy that these groups should follow? Are there differences in the strategies?
It's really not for us to say. I think that this is a grand experiment by all of us. So we don't want to influence kind of decision making from players from the game execution standpoint. We think that's for everyone to figure out on their own. Figuring out what ships and fleets are kind of optimal and most efficient and can accomplish what they want to accomplish. Because also at the end of the day, there's such a infinite variety of strategies that players could execute on that there is no one right path. It's just kind of like, how do you want to navigate through the stars and through the universe and through StarAtlas? So we're not, we wouldn't give anybody a strategy, but of course there's casual gamers, there's hardcore gamers, there's going to be the people that are pure play to earners. There's going to be a lot of different categories of and cohorts of players. One thing that I would, just because you asked, or you had mentioned about, like, obviously people have to work, but other people are able to dedicate more time to the game. While this isn't immediately available, it's going to be really cool when you can be going to sleep and you can let your guild borrow all of your assets and still actually go put those to work and earn money off of them. So they can actually be working, your ship assets or your land assets could be working 24 hours a day, even while you're sleeping or you're working, simply because you're able to empower other players to use them, whether that's your clan or you're just renting them out on some marketplace to someone else so they can use them in your off hours. This is what is incredibly powerful about your StarAtlas assets, is that they're really constantly working for you, right?
Yes, it's beautiful, and we discussed last time, for those that didn't catch up the previous talk we had, that a mining station is going to occupy a bunch of people. You're going to have people transporting ore for processing, you're going to have people extracting the ore, you're going to have people protecting the mining station, you're going to have people transferring those ores, I assume, there's going to be a shortcut traveling through the middle of the galaxy where permadeath is a fact. You're gonna need some big guns to actually cross there. So this is another service that's going to be offered by the player. So guys, let your imagination wild and go check the ships. At the moment I have on my screen the ships that you guys are planning with the Galactic offering. Slowly, these are rolled out. We can't just go buy any of the ships now, right? They're slowly being rolled out. 5 ships at a time, every week, for example. And the first drop happened, and we're expecting the second one, correct?
That's correct. So and just to be kind of perfectly transparent and clear on the rollout strategy, it's actually what you saw yesterday was the biggest wave of ships to come out. The next wave is tomorrow. Check our play.staratlas.com portal so that you can see, because you can see the countdown timers on each one of the assets. So you'll see which ships are coming up and when. We're going to roll these out exactly the same as we did yesterday, where it's only one at a time, right? So you have an opportunity to review the item before you commit to a purchase, and you're not competing with everyone to try to, scrambling, trying to buy 2 or 3 ships when everybody else is trying to buy 2 or 3 ships. It's isolated focus and attention on a single asset while that asset rolls out, and kind of like, just let the crowd rush and get to it. So we can talk a little bit about that as well in a bit. But so tomorrow's another fairly sizable drop, and then it actually tapers off, and you'll just see a couple of either 1 or 2 to 3 assets roll out from us every couple of days. So just keep checking back, and you're probably going to be on the website anyway pretty frequently as soon as we roll out the ship missions and the ability to earn. But for now, just keep checking back. If there's an item that you think you still want to get, it's going to roll out over the course of the year. And I think we have something like 40, in and around 40 ships that are rolling out by December 31st.
That's beautiful. Really looking forward to buy a couple of ships, but it's not me making the decisions. I have a couple of real experts trying to form the strategies on what we're going to do with our mining stations and all the assets we've got from the posters. Is there anything, any item that you would recommend for a starting player to stack on? Like, what would a player need to have a smooth start from the items that are dropping now, that are available on the marketplace?
No, I mean, I think that every ship will be functional in the minigame. So, it's kind of an individual decision that needs to be made in terms of, what size of ship or what class of ship. I think we still have, I actually haven't checked the marketplace this morning, but I think we still have some of the Opal Jets, which is the extra small we released yesterday, as well as some Pierce X5s, which is a extra small ship that was also released yesterday. So we wanted to ensure that those were in high quantity of supply, so everybody that at least wants to get into the game would have an opportunity to do so. I think we executed well on that, because those were the 2 ships that actually had some availability following the close of the sale. Of course, the small, the medium, and I'm trying to remember if the Thripit is a large ship, but the subsequent 3 ships all sold out pretty quickly. But just find something that you like, and start to pick your career and start to pick your specialization if that's your general gameplay style. I do also think it's possible to be a generalist, or even try to strategize based on forming that fleet. So no advice I can really give. Just check out the ship, see which one it looks attractive to you, and which one maybe caters to your play style, and just get ready to launch.
Yeah, I think the Thripit is a medium to large one. It's the legendary, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd love to get that.
The whole team moves so fast. Obviously, I don't have I don't know everything as much as I'd like to. Even on,
Yeah, of course. You are already impressive that you know like all the little details and everybody who is working on what, and you're definitely on top of the game. We know that. We can see that.
The teams just move so fast. So yeah, there is a high degree of detail that doesn't reach my brain. As long as we're executing on the bigger picture, I'm happy. But yeah, so much effort has gone into ship design and all of the concept art and the descriptions and the balancing, the attributes, all of those things. So much work goes into that. So I think the community, will appreciate that more than I even can, because they're going to be directly impacting you.
For sure, and then lots of people feel now that they've missed the boat. That the ships are becoming a reality. The mini game is starting to take shape, and we're gonna see direct ways to earn Atlas, and people feel that I missed out completely. I didn't have. Radium IDO tickets. I didn't participate, didn't win the lottery, etc., etc., etc. Will these people have another chance on an offering on coins, or that's it for them?
I don't think on an offering from coins, the asset allocation distribution schedule that was outlined in the econ paper is all being executed on now and rolled out. So of course, we're going to be looking at accepting Atlas and Polis at some point in the not too distant future, and so we might find interesting ways of distributing those back out. And it could either be through purchasing, or enhancing the rewards within the game, or running a campaign where you can actually, if you're helping to promote StarAtlas as an affiliate, then you're going to get distribution of coins. So there won't be another window, excuse me, in which we sell them, but not in like the IDO format, but. I mean, guys, you're still so early. I mean, it's almost
exactly.
Because some people feel like we're getting too big, given that we don't officially have the game. Like, we don't have the 3D game. The mini game still just on the brink of rollout. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have people who feel like they completely missed everything, right? Well, we only issued 5 ships out of 120 ships yesterday. Like I said, we have another 35 probably ships rolling out through the remainder of the year. We have land drops. We have orbital space station drops. I think everybody's going to want a ship, but there will be, you can participate and exist within StarAtlas even if you just have a single mining operation, right? And then you find those players who want to like transport ore from your planet. You can still get involved in StarAtlas, and this is the earliest days. So if you think what we've done in the past was impressive with the Rebirth campaign and the value that we've added to those players, let me tell you, we're just getting started. Our team is about to get 4 times larger. We're only going to come up with more creative ways to get involved and to participate in the ecosystem. So this is still just the beginning. And I think our track record will demonstrate that we have the best intentions for the players.
And the beautiful thing is that even with a mining drill, you can make Atlas in game, and you can start your empire in game. You don't need to have like a large bag of cryptocurrencies to enjoy the game. You guys should not be so scared about it. Like just go out and enjoy, really.
I mean, hey, it might be someone's interest just to operate an orbital space station as an outpost, right? I mean, think about like the migration from east to west in America, and there were these like trading outposts and kind of cowboy outposts, right? Well, the universe of StarAtlas has just experienced the Big Bang, so it's about to be expanding outward, and it's going to be important for real players to deploy real infrastructure across the universe to support other players. So maybe you just want to buy a space station, you want a fueling outpost, in some kind of distant region, and you end up forming this economic hub where players are stopping by to either park their ship or, eat some food, right? Maybe they stop in the cantina or maybe they refuel or repair a ship there. And that's a way for you to make money as the owner of that asset. So just think of it as like, that's a separate business, and you could probably just hang out on your space station all day if you wanted to.
It sounds so adventurous. I have to say, I love it. I might be that guy. Now, let's say that you buy one of those nice spaceships, and you venture out in the permadeath zone, where in the deep space, in the high danger zone where you shouldn't have been there, and your ship is destroyed. As we read, you're gonna be able to salvage, let's say, some of the pieces that your ship has dropped. Is there anything else that will be dropping, like a black box with the skins that I've bought, or anything of value that I can retain?
Well, so certain items would be, I would say, whitelisted, as opposed to like black box, where, or maybe blacklisted, I guess would be appropriate. There, you won't lose everything in your inventory if you go and die out in deep space. And I do want to be clear, these are still mechanics that we have not even really broken ground on, right? So conceptually, we understand how it's going to work, but it's going to take quite a while before we get real high risk, high stakes gameplay introduced to the game. So speaking on it now is all just speculation on my part, but as I was saying,
we love to see how you think on these things, and of course we totally understand the disclaimer of, guys, this is super early, things are gonna change according to the dynamics of the player base. It only makes sense. I'm gonna put a black hole in the middle of everything so everybody dies constantly and you lose your money. It's like it needs to make sense and it needs to be fun. That's the priority.
Yeah, 100%, man. So I mean, there's always this delicate balance between, like, enjoyment, thrill, and or monotony, and just frustration. And we want to avoid the frustration. So obviously, if people are spending a lot of money on these ships, the way that I'm thinking about it is we want relatively high time to kill. It shouldn't be like instant death, right? If somebody just sneaks up on you and kills you, and single shot destroys your whole ship, and there's no chance for survival while you're out in deep space, well, that's not fun, really, certainly not for the player that got killed. So I'm thinking, since the stakes are so high, you should have an opportunity to maneuver and kind of strategize and potentially escape. Again, we'll refine all of this as we get farther down the line and figure out what maximizes that utility, that enjoyment level for the player. But otherwise, there are certain items in your inventory that would be isolated. If they are if say you have posters in your inventory, right, and technically they're on display on your ship, the thinking is something like it's a hologram of the poster that you own that's actually stored away somewhere safe. So we've got you guys in mind. The primary point of that is the asset that's actually out and deployed in deep space, and the weaponry and anything that you would be utilizing to actually participate in deep space, that's what's at risk. And the other player has the opportunity to capture or salvage some of those items if they kill you. So that's the thinking on it right now. But as I said, a long way to go on that still.
Pretty awesome. I can imagine someone operating as a salvage mission, going to with big guns to salvage whatever is left from dead players' ships. So many things to do. Or like someone like just waiting there in deep space to rob someone crossing by.
I expect a lot of that, and just wait until you guys see the part 2 of our trailer, which is coming out later this month. You guys are gonna, I think the world's going to go crazy when our part 2 cinematic trailer releases.
Yeah, because it has real value connected with gameplay. So you'll see people that have skin in the game develop amazing stories, strategies, and ways to get rich.
Yes, and there's a big reveal in part 2. So
you're teasing us now. Give us a little bit more. Come on, a little bit, tiny bit more.
No, man, I'm gonna stop there. Keep it,
I totally get it. You wouldn't ruin it for everybody else, like so much work.
Right, exactly. So that's exciting. We're going to have that out by the end of the month. And I think the engineers right now deserve a break. They deserve a one day to sleep in. As I said, we've all been putting a lot of hours in, and feels really good. It just feels relieving to have gone through yesterday. Obviously we wanted the experience to be great for everyone. We felt that overall, net, it was a positive experience. Love seeing all of the, social media posts of people with their inventory. And we're just like sensing all of the love and the joy and the excitement that people have for their new garages, their new hangar bays. So we love it. We're right back to work, but I mean, everybody kind of deserves a day to catch up. I think.
Of course, and I'm sure that you guys, there's so much work planned. Like as I said, it's so impressive. In 2 weeks, how many news? Like I just can't believe it. I heard you on a different. I think it was the Interstellar Alliance. Was it the StarAtlas group? I'm not sure. You were talking about some kind of strategy you'll deploy on countries that on average have lower spec computers to participate in the game. Could you tell us some details on that? Because I know in my community, in our community, the Grape community, there are lots of people that are watching us at the moment through their mobile phones or because their computers are not as good or their internet is not as good. What these guys should these guys consider trying out StarAtlas?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would hope so. I would hope so for sure. I think that this vision is intended to empower people of all races, classes, economic, socioeconomic situation. So we I think the theme that's consistent across StarAtlas is that we're both inclusive and we're fully inclusive. Let's say that, right? So with Rebirth posters starting at $64, going all the way to $260,000, with the Galactic Asset offering having ships that they were supposed to start at $15, starting at $20, going all the way up to millions of dollars. Right, so we are reaching the entire global population as a demographic, in my opinion. So the starting point right now is obviously we're focused on the web game, the minigame. We have a major focus on developing out this extremely high quality game in Unreal Engine, but the web experience right now is something that we're working on mobile optimizing. So it's possible that the web game itself could just be played through your mobile phone. But we also have as a kind of a third track, more on the back burner for us right now. But the intention to develop out a pure mobile gameplay as well. And I've mentioned in the past, I think actually last time we spoke, that all of these UIs would synchronize with the blockchain. So it's all still one underlying game environment, backend, if you will. The underlying data structure is all still Solana, but the way that you interact with it just differs, and that might mean a simpler interface. And maybe simpler mechanics on a mobile phone, certain mechanics you get on web, and then, kind of the cinematic experience, the fully immersive experience inside Unreal Engine. So that's the way we're thinking about it.
I think that's pretty awesome, and I'm pretty sure that this kind of top-down view is going to be selected by many players. I mean, you see in competitive games, people usually set their resolutions to like 480 just to see pixels and be able to react faster. So I'm pretty sure people are just going to want to see some, at least some commanders would just going to see those data sets instead of distracting themselves with graphics. So yeah, I exactly see what you're talking about. Yeah, Bloomberg screens don't have graphics, but they still provide quite a lot of information, the terminals.
I'm going to use that in the future. I hope you don't mind if I borrow
that. No, please go ahead. I just thought about you because, man, you're a CFA guy, CFA level 3. You definitely have played around those things. You've definitely been mad at them and maybe mad at their price. They don't have any graphics cards, but yeah, best information ever. Please go ahead.
Yeah, man. No, I think that's a great kind of analogy. So a lot of information, a lot of activity can take place on the mobile phone. And, at some point though, the last thing on the mobile phone front is that services like Stadia, right, that do remote compute streaming to a phone or just remote streaming to a local device. I don't know how far along that technology is right now. I know I saw Cyberpunk on it and it looked amazing and it worked perfectly. There was like no lag, there was no delay, there was no choppiness. I think it runs better on his phone than it does on my computer. So I think that, the potential for that type of technology to emerge in the future, it can actually give the mobile phone user the fully immersive experience as well. So Yeah, it's just me kind of
100%. This could be integrated with your TV like monitor at home. That's soon we're gonna have 5G coverage is everywhere, especially in those countries that maybe don't have the fast internet at the moment. Because understand, guys, landlines are hard to actually build, but when it goes to waves and you can do it wirelessly, things are faster to upgrade. So yeah, at the moment my 5G in my phone is faster than my landline. So what you're saying is very possible, much sooner than people imagine.
Agreed. Yeah. So, Whale's friend, man, I apologize for the technical difficulties early getting on late. I do have to actually go to another.
No, definitely. I was right about. I just saw the time. Man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for dropping so much alpha to the community. I'm not gonna hold you anymore. Thank you. Take care.
No, thank you so much, man. Always enjoy the conversation with you. So we'll talk again soon.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Micheal Wagner, guys. What an awesome guy, eh? What a fucking awesome guy. I have to say. You know what I want, guys? I want to change these posters behind. Where's Gatoshi? Thought he was taking the alpha. So I want to change the posters behind with StarAtlas posters. I mean, what the fuck is going on here? I'm gonna make the whole thing StarAtlas. I hope we got a little bit of alpha. So if we want ships, we should get them now. The bulk of the ships is dropping now. So guys, it's gonna go slower. You have chances of getting legendary stuff. You can form your strategies from now. If you don't have any strategies and the game seems appealing to you, join the Grape Discord and you'll find guild leaders for guilds in StarAtlas. And we have the Mercurials. I showed you the poster. We have the Interstellar Alliance, and we have. There are more, guys. There are more. I don't want to start going with the list because I'm gonna forget a couple, and then it's going to be my fault. So I don't want it. I should have great posters, man. Yeah, sure, but yeah. Maybe I should get a couple of grey posters. Maybe I should get a couple of popular NFTs. Like I should have a degenerate ape. I should have like a Solana monkey business. I need to fix things. And yeah, I need to fix. I have this for my GoPro. Like I have a new light, a tripod, all this bullshit. But it takes time, guys. It takes time. The grape work takes time, guys. I don't wanna hold you anymore. Yeah, of course, IFIA Industries, obviously, yeah, I don't wanna, like, IFIA is amazing, and the team is amazing, and they're also integrating with Grape, so many, Taco Atlas, guys, I'm going to drop off. This is not a stream day. Like, where am I going? I'm thinking, where's my beer and where is this and that? This is not a stream day. Stream day is tomorrow. Today was StarAtlas things. Shout out to Silvia. Shout out to the StarAtlas community, to all the guilds. Shout out to Wagner. Shout out to all of you guys. And did alts bounce? I hope they did. But even if they didn't, do your risk management. Take care, guys. And see you soon. Where the fuck is Gatoshi?